Hi y'all, welcome to another episode of Radio D&D. We really wanted to find a way to share our current campaign, so thanks for joining us. I am your Dungeon Master, James Landoff, joined here by...
My name is Maisie Plumley, playing as Althea, aka Smartass.
I'm Casey Landolph. I'm playing Angelina Valentina, aka Death Biscuit.
My name's Seth, and I am playing as Hirohito, aka Howitzer.
I'm Maggie, and I'm playing as Nalos, aka Tuna.
I'm William Fisher. I'm playing as Orion Timbers, aka Double Lock.
Now let's roll that recap. Hey there, all you fine fellows. You're listening to 98.3 The Drop. Having settled their disputes with Cognition Industries, our gang gears up for their next adventure, delivering relief supplies to Tuna's home kingdom of Pacifica. Making their way to the skyport, our party finds their airship, the Endless Horizon, captained by the Aarakocran pilot, Captain Lagrange. Aboard the ship, after some investigation, the party is shown the secure cargo hold, containing powerful restoration potions and expensive spell components. Our gang awaits their fellow shipmates in the dining hall for debriefing, ready to set sail for Pacifica. You guys were getting ready to shove off. You all were sort of chilling in the dining hall. All of the passengers, none of the crew are having dinner with you. They have their own quarters where they do that. But yeah, a myriad of people arrive. Not very many others other than yourselves, though. You see one man. He's clad in this sort of bronze armor, and he's got a sort of symbol of like an emblazoned sword on his chain shirt. You can see he's wearing, very, very tough looking armor, and he's got a shield across his back. He sort of like takes to himself and sits at one of the tables. How are you all sitting in this dining room? Are you guys all clustered around one table? Is it like two to each table, or?
I think we'd be all clustered together.
And you going?
Yeah, because I think at the end of the last episode, at the very least, we were all sitting at the same table having a conversation. So
the tables are definitely not big enough for 6 people to all sit around. You guys like push the tables together?
Yeah, were those people who push like 2 tables
Really
for 2?
obnoxiously, just grinding across the ground.
Yeah, nice. Good. So
You
yeah,
need to ask people for extra seats.
Right.
Also, I'm definitely sitting crisscross applesauce in a chair.
Good.
Are you using this? I hate that.
Is anybody sitting here?
So you guys push a series of circular tables together. They're all clothed in these sort of like white table settings. And of course you knock over the flower arrangement that's, perched in the center of the table. The glasses kind of like clink around. One of them falls over and spills water on the floor.
I'd like to picture it's because I have like 4 plates of food, and I just kind of throw them down, and then it just knocks the glass over.
Can Solixol try and rearrange it and get it back in order?
Sure. Have him make a. I don't think he's
A
proficient. with
cotillion
sleight of-
check.
He's not proficient with sleight of hand, is he?
I'm
I
gonna
wouldn't think
say
so.
no.
Okay, yeah. Have him make just a dexterity check for him.
So I just roll a
Dessert.
d20.
Plus his dexterity, whatever that may be.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had a character sheet for him.
13. Yeah, he's like scrambling around and like he's very dexterous, putting like he even puts the forks in the right order, which
Hey, look at him.
So yeah, he helps rearrange the table settings.
All those etiquette classes paid off.
Yeah. So besides you 6, so there's Connor's with you as well. besides you six, two other individuals enter the dining hall. One is that gentleman I spoke of, the bronze-clad individual, and then another smaller person enters the room. Tuna, you can very clearly see that they are Triton. They've got sort of pastel purple skin, and they're wearing this sort of like circle dress that comes to about the knees. It's like frilled at the ends, and she has this large bonnet on her head that looks like almost a bubble as it like bounces around.
Aww.
And she has long strands of hair that are woven together, that are like coming from below her body. And she kind of takes to herself, just like the other guy does, and sits at a table alone and looks around sort of anxiously.
So where are they? Are they like kind of close to us, or are they like way across the room?
There's the front of the dining hall, which is at the bow of the ship. I imagine you guys just like pushed a bunch of tables together and took that spot.
Okay.
And then there's, a select few more tables, but they're on the outskirts.
I feel like it would make a really good impression if I invited them to dine with us, because I didn't want them to feel left out. So I'm going to look at, I like the bubble lady.
The bubble lady?
Well, actually, I'll probably let, oh Lord, not fish stick, Tuna. I'll let Tuna handle that one, but I'm going to look at the bronze guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say, you look like a fine, mighty warrior. Wouldst thou wish to dine with us, friend?
So you walk over to him?
No, I just kind of like, pound the table real manly like, and I go, hark! Here come a manly warrior. Wouldst thou like to dine with us? We have straws.
Yeah, so he like looks at you out of the corner of his eyes. You can't see his mouth because it's covered by this big sort of braided beard. He reminds you a lot of like a dwarf almost. But go ahead and make me a persuasion check just to see how you rub off on this guy. 19, pretty well. So you said arc a couple of times, I think.
Yeah, I say it twice, and I bang the table and go, rah, 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 rah. Like, improvement.
Yeah, so he like looks at you, nods, and then takes his fist and like puts it against his chest. You hear the ring sort of rattle underneath it.
Nice. Does he come over, or is that it?
No, he kind of like plays it cool, and he kind of like just sits back in his chair as he like looks at you.
Okay.
You guys are like talking probably about like 15 feet away, and he kind of like looks at you and shouts across the dining room. What's your name?
I be Howitzer, and for a pint of ale, wouldst thou tell me thine story? I savvy?
If I had a pint of ale, I wouldn't be giving it to you. I'd be drinking it myself.
No, bro. I'm saying I'd get you the pint of ale.
Do you have the pint?
Well, I
'Cause
can get it.
I haven't found a lick of alcohol on this godforsaken ship.
Oh, really?
There's none?
Didn't a certain someone keep a little bit of ale with them?
I'm not sure if I
Yes.
still have the hip flask of mystery alcohol.
You can say you filled it up at one point.
Yeah.
Well, we can just assume that it's full. I would assume that I would take it. I would not leave it empty.
Okay, I'm going to look at Tuna and be like, we must break bread with this gentleman. Please offer him a morsel of your mead.
Of my meat. I just like take the hip flask and I'm like, it's not ale, but it's like mystery alcohol.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to pick it up and be like, we'll pass it around. We'll sit, pass, friend.
Yeah, so he like looks at it and like holds up his hand to catch it.
Nice.
Just throw it.
I guess so.
You throw it to him. I'm assuming it's like stopper or something, but yeah, he catches it, uncorks it, looks at you, Tuna, where he saw, you give it to Howitzer, and he like holds it up to you. He says something to you in your native tongue. It's basically the equivalent of cheers.
Oh, I'm gonna feel tickled pink at that, honestly.
No, he doesn't say it. He doesn't say it to you, Howitzer.
Oh.
He says it to Tuna, who he saw the flask come from.
All right, I look at him and I smile and nod.
Okay, and yeah, he takes it. Takes a couple of swigs, wipes his mouth, corks it, and tosses it back to you.
Oh, to me or her?
He'll throw it to you since you tossed it out.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna catch it and I'm gonna say, "What be your reason for being on this ship here, laddie?"
So yeah, he like leans forward and like steeples his fingers, and he like looks at you. He's like, "If you're gonna talk like that the entire trip, it's gonna be a very long trip."
Just trying out my sea tongue. I got my sea legs, so But we can. I take a swig of the stuff. I'm like, oh, all better now. I'm all nervous talking to brave warriors such as you.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but this isn't exactly a ship. It's in the air.
Okay, wise guy.
And he kind of like chuckles to himself a little bit.
Oh yeah, I don't have my air legs, but I sure do have an air head. And I kind of, self-deprecating, and I go, oh, ho, 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 ho. And I do one of those things. I want this guy to, like, become one of us, so I'm trying to maybe speak his language, figure him out. So
he just kind of, like, shakes his head. He's like, well, listen, you and I can be good friends as long as you keep the alcohol coming.
Sure thing, friend.
And he nods to you.
So has he already said what brings him on this ship?
Yeah,
Yeah, I completely missed that.
No, he didn't. I was asking, like, yeah, what's your why are you on this ship too? Friend?
Yeah, so he looks at you and he kind of like squints. He's like, same reason you're here, I suppose.
We didn't know there would be others.
Do you have a blade? Oh.
Yeah, he looks at you and doesn't blink. He just kind of like dead stares you.
I was going to say, the old blade stare. He's one of us.
I ain't a blade.
Oh.
Do you have something against blades?
Don't really have purpose, if you ask me. Not like I do.
Don't really have purpose, if you ask me. What do you do? Please?
Unlike most blades who are freelance and just go about as they please, I'm a cleric of Hadir.
Who?
Make a religion check, unless you don't think you would know.
I wouldn't know.
Hadir, god of strength and power.
I thought all clerics were little scrawny looking dudes.
Yeah, he shakes his head. He's like, well, you haven't met a cleric of Hadir then, have you?
I guess not.
It's about time you did.
Anyway, besides the point that you're completely wrong about blades, do you have a connection to Pacifica or anything?
It's where I grew up.
Or you grew up there?
I got a long line of family who, well, used to live there.
Wait, what's his race?
He's human.
How did you breathe?
I mean, Pacifica is not all underwater.
Did I call it Pacifica or Pacifia?
It's Pacifica, so...
I feel like I called it Pacifica. It's cool, it's whatever. Wait, so it's not all just underwater?
Not all of it.
Oh.
Most of it, yeah. but not all of it.
I feel like I should have paid attention in
Is there a
geography.
special way you could go under the underwater places? Like, did you get like a cool scuba helmet?
No, I just stayed on land a lot.
Oh, so you haven't seen most of your country.
I mean, I saw the town I came from.
What if there's actually nothing underwater?
Well, then, the folk must have lied to me then.
Yeah, that would really suck, wouldn't it?
He, like, looks at Tuna, and he says, I'm sure your friend can vouch for me that there's plenty underwater.
Yeah, why would you?
Are you offended?
I'm literally just picking at him.
Like, aren't I living proof that part of it's underwater?
Shh, Tuna, I'm just being. He just seems kind of stuck up, so I'm just kind of being mean. Is this gaslighting?
Are you snarking on this guy?
Gaslighting is when you make someone. Oh, I guess that would be.
Right? This is.
You
Am I
don't know
trying to
what
gaslight?
gaslighting is, James.
Yeah. We've never seen Tuna underwater. So.
That's true. She sure does like the liquor, though. So.
And the land.
Are we all like, does this place even exist now that I've brought this up?
I mean, she does kind of drink like a fish. Is that?
That's not a character trait.
Connor, no one asked you in your wrong opinions.
Oh.
I don't even feel like I need to defend myself on this, so.
I know it's
We
real,
can talk
guys.
to
I was just
Bubble
being mean.
Bubble
Right,
Lady's probably feeling left out right now. I'm gonna pick up the flask and look at the Bubble Lady and be like, huh?
She's kind of been just like looking down at the ground, like subtly like rocking herself, so she doesn't notice you're talking to her.
I'm gonna Bubble Lady.
Bubble lady, look over here, bubble lady. Yeah, so she like looks at you and squints like, did you literally just call me bubble lady?
Now I
I'm
have a
gonna
question
point,
about this.
Sure, go
How
ahead.
much like a bubble is it? Like, does it look like it's hollow on the inside, like we could deflate it? Or
So it looks like a bonnet, but there is subtle like jiggliness that would make you think that maybe it's not. It looks like it could retain water, maybe.
Is she an octopus?
What's her race? Can I look? I'm gonna see.
Triton.
Oh, she's a jellyfish. Sorry, that's out of character knowledge. What's on your head?
My head.
Yeah, it's like really big. Are you really smart?
Yeah, so she like just stammers and she's like, I guess.
Well, this will make
that's
you
cool.
stupid, so I toss the flask to her.
Okay, it hits her and she's like,
Oh,
Oh no.
Aw.
oh.
and it hits the table and she's like, what? Why did you throw that at me?
You're gonna make her cry.
Help yourself. If it hurt, that'll help it not hurt anymore.
Yeah, so she like picks up the flask and she like opens it and she like smells it and like closes her eyes real tight and she says, that's okay. And she like sets it on the other end of the table.
She's so nice. What's your name?
I'm Honora.
Honora?
Okay, we didn't ask that
phonetically-
other guy what his name was, did we?
I was just wondering that.
He was a cleric. Okay, you're a
Doesn't matter.
cleric.
He said blades are lame.
Well, Maggie's taking notes.
I said I need this for my notes.
Oh, should I call the cleric father or something? Because he's like,
It's up to you.
Your high
excuse me,
priestliness.
father. What did you
Yeah,
say?
so-
What's your
When-
name? You're a man of the cloth. I know that is that much. But what's your name, friend?
When you say father, he like lets out this hearty laugh. He's like, I prefer you call me brother, not father.
I'd prefer you call me daddy.
Well, brother, what is thy name?
Name's Harold.
Harold.
Harold?
My name's Daddy.
My name is Father. Oh, Harold. Harold of Triton. May I call you that? Or Harold of Pacifica.
You can call me whatever you like as long as you keep giving me alcohol.
Okay.
Okay, Daddy.
The flask is over there, so you might have to go to Honora.
We definitely have a limited supply of that.
Is there a place like on the ship where we can get more alcohol?
Where's the bar?
Yeah.
Get some toilet wine.
Toilet wine.
I've heard it's
Good.
pretty good if you got nothing else.
Good. Yeah, so you've got glasses on the table. Some of them are like empty, but others were once filled with water that are now spilled on the floor. You would expect that wine will be served.
Now, Honora, what be your mission on this here vessel?
Mission?
Do you just work here? Are you part of the crew? Are you on a diplomatic mission or of sort?
I don't work here, no.
Could you tell us what's going on in Pacifica? Have you been there recently?
Oh, I wasn't actually born in Pacifica.
That
Wow,
was
so
misleading.
maybe Harold. Harold, do you know what's going on in Pacifica?
Ain't got a fucking clue. That's
Damn.
what we're going there for.
So I take it you haven't been there in a while.
What payment did they offer you guys?
Payment. Oh, blades. Typical.
Oh, Blaine's typical. Are you getting paid? How much?
I'm getting paid by the honor and duty of
That-
my.
Makes me gag. And I shove a chicken leg.
There's no
in my
food
mouth.
yet.
Oh.
Well, you
I like.
can have your honor and duty, and I will buy you booze with my reward money, friend, as long as your blade is not in our backs, but guarding our backs.
I ain't got a blade, I got a mace.
Oh, even better. Big boy.
How old is this guy looking?
Probably looks late 30s, early 40s.
Okay, so he wouldn't have been in the war because I know there was a lot of
Nope.
followers of his god. I forgot the name already, but we're in that.
He might be due for a prostate exam.
Is
40.
Howitzer volunteering?
40 or 50?
I think it's 40.
50.
Yeah, I mean, he might be, I don't know. But that would suck if we were, in the middle of battle and he's like, oh, my prostate. It'd be bad. But anyway, okay, so what should we ask Honora?
Is there anyone else in here, or is it just them two?
Just those two.
Honora, what brings you on this ship?
Oh, it's going to Pacifica. And I'm not from there. I know people who are from there, but it's hard. Yeah, and she kind of like trails off.
This girl's annoying me.
She sounds like my grandma.
Honora, do people usually cut you off when you're speaking?
Quite frequently, actually. Yeah.
You should find more confidence.
Confidence?
Yes. Be more assertive.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to talk and you try to cut me off. Ready? Hi, my name is Slim Shady. No? Okay. Cut me off.
Are you done?
Oh my gosh.
Are you done?
I don't know if I'm going to be able to live.
So what
Are you done?
what do you guys know about the crew here? What's their deal? Do you know anything about the crew or the people running the ship?
only know the captain.
That captain seems all right. What do you think?
She seems fine to me.
Seems pretty cool.
How do you know her?
Oh, I don't personally know her. I only met her when I first got on the ship.
So you're on a ship full of strangers?
Aren't you?
No.
No,
We have our friends.
we got
which-
friends.
Would you like to make my skank?
Is that a euphemism? If so,
No.
not really.
Sir Lix-a-Lot, get over here.
Scamper, scamper, scamper,
Yeah, so he
scamper.
like scampers up onto the table.
Yeah. How tall is Honora? Because I'm pretty short.
She is probably how tall are you?
Like 3 foot.
Okay,
Something.
she's definitely taller than you. She's probably 5'2".
All right,
Still
so I
pretty
want
short, though.
Sir Lix-a-Lot just to like run up my arm, and I just kind of hold it up and like, it's my skank, Sir Lix-a-Lot.
Hello.
He's the best boy around. I'm gonna like scratch his tummy and be like, choo, 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 choo.
He rolls around a little bit.
Oh my god, I love him.
I'm gonna go walk over to get the flask off of Honora's table, but as I
Swipe
see,
it off the table.
yeah, as I walk up to her, I'm gonna stop and say, "Oh my, you have such a beautiful buccal mas." It's part of a squid. I looked it up just now. You have such a beautiful
She's
buccal.
not a squid.
Well, she doesn't know what it is. I feel like the way to get information from her is through her heart glands. So
You got a big jelly head.
yeah, I said, "Wow, you have such beautiful gelatinous cranium. It's
Yeah,
beautiful."
so as you get close to her, you see that on her lap she has like this small sort of like black case. It's got like 2 latches on either side of the handle.
Is it handcuffed to her?
No, it's not handcuffed to her.
Okay.
So what's in the case?
You can't see it well.
Oh,
Okay.
It's in the box.
I'm gonna walk up and be like, "Oh, you got your lunch in there?" Ha ha ha.
No.
Oh, well, it looked like a lunchbox. What is that?
So
If
it's a square, like probably maybe 4 inches thick. Just black square case. Probably not longer than 1.5 feet.
Is that her describing it, or was that you?
That was me.
Okay, I was like, "What is that?" It is $8. So what do you what's that in your lap there, if you don't mind me asking? And I pick up the flask and I'm taking a sip, just casual.
Yeah, she like looks down at it and she like unflips the latches and like goes to slowly open it. Do you do anything or?
I'm gonna go peek. I'm gonna go look over her shoulder.
It's
though.
gonna bite him or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna look at her and be like, "May I like look in? Is it alive?"
Yeah, so she finishes opening it, and you can see inside, although deconstructed, a clarinet.
Okay, Squidward.
So it's Squidward. Yeah.
It's not Squidward. It's Squidward.
Oh.
Kind of like looking at you like it's my clarinet.
Oh wow. Why do you have a clarinet?
Because I play the clarinet.
Yeah. Oh, are you going to Pacifica for a concert?
She looks at you and she shakes her head. No,
Just a
Can we see
hobby.
this?
not exactly. I'm a music major.
Oh.
Oh, what university do you... Wait, did you say you're tired of talking to these people?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nora seems pretty a snora, if you ask me. I'm just gonna go, "Oh wow, I bet your first chair, huh?" And then I'm gonna start walking back to the table.
Yeah,
All these
so
people are lame.
you say she's first chair. She's like, yes, actually.
Oh, that's the most we've seen her.
I bet she
Right.
makes all A's. How's your music theory class? What do you think of it?
I already graduated.
You just said you're a music major.
Yeah, I majored in music.
Oh. So did you get like a BA?
I went to college, yes.
So why are you going to Pacifica?
And what's a music major doing on a ship full
Yeah,
of
that's better.
pirates going to Pacifica?
That's better.
There's pirates on this ship?
Arg. I'm gonna like take my like knife and bring it up.
I don't think they're pirates, are they?
They're not pirates.
Pirates. We must have gotten on the wrong ship.
But seriously, why are you going to Pacifica? Please. We need to know if we can trust you, you know? We're all on the same ship.
Well, my family went to Pacifica shortly after I began college, and I haven't heard from them.
Aww. She really
What
does.
area?
So I guess their letters must have been lost at sea.
Yes, they do tend to get wet.
Oof. So what area did your parents move to?
Move to?
You said they moved to Pacifica when you went to university.
Well, they used to live in Pacifica. I never lived in Pacifica myself.
Wait. Did they send you to boarding school?
I mean, I went to college.
But you said you've never lived in Pacifica, so how do your parents live in Pacifica?
Well, they're originally from Pacifica.
So they lived in Pacifica, moved to the 10th Kingdom, and then moved back.
Yes.
Okay, I was very confused.
I'm gonna start slamming the table and be like, how about some soyvis around here, huh?
Yeah, what's for
Yeah,
dinner?
so as you guys are sort of like talking, the door like sort of busts open. You hear like the loud, boisterous humming of a rather rotund dragonborn cook. He's got a long sort of apron that's covered in grease stains and burned in some places. His scales are a sort of dingy brass, almost like they're rusted or coated in grease, just like his apron. And he swings a big pot of stew from side to side as a ladle spins around its rim. He bursts through the door, grabs the ladle, and starts like serving everyone as he hums to himself.
What's the
I want-
stew?
Do you want to look at it?
I'm gonna look at it, yeah.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah, so it's like a dark brown. It's got like this sort of like garlicky, oniony smell.
Oh, French onion. Is that what it is?
I mean,
Yep.
he doesn't say what it is. He just starts slopping it into people's bowls.
I have 2 bowls.
Do you like grab one from a vacant table?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, yeah. So he doesn't seem to notice. He fills both bowls up for you.
Oh man.
Yeah. So he serves everyone's bowls and then like looks at you and he's like, "Well, don't just stand there, dig in."
I trust this man with my soul. So I'm gonna raise my bowl up, hit it on the table, and just slurp it back.
All right. Yeah. So as you're like slurping it, you see like a goat's eye like roll from the bottom, and it like looks at you.
That is not French onion.
Looks at me. Does it blink?
I mean, it like turns to where it's like rectangular pupil would be looking at you.
Oh, I've eaten worse. So I just kind of like, keep it going, man. And then when I keep the thing in my mouth, and then whenever I'm done, I slam the bowl down and open my mouth like this and show everyone the eyeball.
Good. So everyone, there's a goat eye in Howitzer's mouth.
You watch my full mouth. I just let out all the soup. It's like a waterfall. So it's like.
So
Was that in the soup?
Yes, this was a delicacy back on the battlefront. Goat eye soup.
Yeah, so he turns around to see the eye in your mouth, and he points at you with his ladle. He's like, "Ah, you got one of the good bowls."
Wait, what's in the bad bowl?
You just don't get a goat eye.
Oh.
He waddles over, holding the pot at his side, puts his ladle in, and gives you another serving, Howitzer.
Okay, I'm gonna while I give it to him, I'm gonna go, hey, Dragonborn to Dragonborn, is there anything fishy going on this here vessel?
Fishy?
Yeah, well, I know we're going to Pacifica and everything, but
Be pretty fishy if we're going there, don't you think?
well, I'm going to go, oh, that's pretty good. And I am going to offer, well, actually, no, we can't have everybody have our booze. We'll run out soon. I guess nothing's really wrong. Nothing seems bad, but I'm gonna, is there a little secret handshake I can do with him?
His hands are full.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say, thanks, Chief, and I'm gonna spank him.
You're gonna spank him?
Actually, no, maybe not. I'll do the thing that Harold did, because that's cool. I'll look at him and go, thanks, man.
Smartass, could you make a quick perception check for me?
Are you gonna see his butt?
I'm just sitting here watching everyone because I'm bored. I don't like talking.
Perception. not-
Inception.
Make an inception check. Alright, so 17. As he passes by and serves you the stew, you see at his hip a rather gnarly looking gray dull blade. You are very familiar with these types of blades, as you recognize it as orcish make.
Fuck.
What does that mean?
Can I just ask him where he got it from? Just say, where'd you get that?
No, maybe you could get my attention to it, and then I'll ask him oh, we don't have those around where I'm from, because we're both Dragonborn baby boys. Where'd you get that? Or you can ask him. You're prettier.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, so where'd you get that from?
Yeah, and he looks at you, and he looks at his arm. He's like, "Oh, you mean the scar?"
And then I blink, I bat my eyelashes and then point at the knife and say, no, you're a knife, silly.
Oh, the knife. Won this in a game of chance, I did. Out there on the port docks.
A little 5-finger fillet.
No, it was cards.
Oh, that's probably safer. Good for you.
What should I do with this information that I have? I don't know.
Who do you win it off of? If it's not his.
Yeah,
I
was
won it off a orc, of course.
Which docks?
The Skyport docks.
Ah.
What's
Carry on.
the orc's name?
Oh, I didn't get his name. Just played cards with him. Wagered
Can I
this
ask to
knife.
look at it?
Yeah, so he waddles over to you. His hands are full, but he puts his hip out to you so you can look at it.
Can I grab it and look at it?
Yeah, you grab it from him. Yeah, it's definitely an orcish blade.
Is there any more information I can get out of it?
What type of information are you looking for?
You want to see if it's got magic? You could do Arcana.
I don't know. What do you think I should look?
Make sure it's not cursed.
Okay, can I do Arcana then? Yeah.
Okay, well, she wants to see if it's cursed. Oh.
Yeah, so you would know that generally orcs don't enchant their blades.
Oh.
This doesn't look to be an enchanted blade. Doesn't have any sparkle or aura of magic that you can recognize.
Could I also do a history check to see if there's any unique qualities of the blade, the decorations or the
Is it a conflict blade?
A conflict blade.
Yeah, like a conflict diamond or something. I don't know.
Just
Yeah, you could.
History.
You could make a history check. With a 12, you know that orcs don't generally use such small weapons as knives. They prefer bigger weapons like hammers and great axes, stuff like that.
You might be lying.
Well,
I don't know what else to
You
do.
could do an investigate. What's she could do an investigation on him when he says, you know.
It would be insight to see if he's like
Insight,
telling
sorry.
the truth or lying.
Do we have any person that has like good wisdom in the party?
That would be double lock.
That would be me.
Could he be overhearing this?
I mean, he's not hiding the knife. He's very obviously showing it to you guys.
Is there any kind of inscription on the knife by chance?
Nope.
Okay.
Not that like as Smartass turns it over in her hands. There's no writing or anything on it.
I think it just might be a knife, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, are you gonna give it
Hold
back?
on, let me make it. You said an insight check?
Yeah, it would be insight against him.
It's not that good.
I got a 9.
Okay, a 9 does not get. He's hard to read. He's humming to himself. You can't really see his. And he's a dragonborn. Like their facial sort of emotions are all weird to you. They're not like regular.
Did I make an
faces.
insight check as well?
Sure. Yep.
I think he's lying.
I got a 5.
There's something off about this cook.
Okay, I'm gonna do insight since I'm dragonborn. So
Sure.
Oh my gosh, got a 6.
yeah.
So we have a 9, a 5, and a 6. We all think this guy's evil.
I need him.
Okay. That's another 9 from Tuna.
Look at these rolls, James.
And so yeah, you all are kind of like looking at this cook as he like waddles around. You see him like before he like serves Honora, he takes the ladle, holds it above his mouth, and like breathes some fire as it like heats the ladle red, and he like dumps it into her bowl, and she kind of like makes a sour face. He's like, "Ate up," and he waddles out.
He's gone.
Before he leaves, can I like kind of yell at him and I'll be like, "Excuse me, what time are we set to arrive in Pacifica?"
You'd have to ask the captain that.
But you're a crew member. Shouldn't you have a general idea of how many days it takes to get there?
I just make the food.
That's good. All right.
Is there like a dragonborn, like a goodbye I could say to him?
Yeah, probably. You could probably
I'll
say
holler
it
at
in Draconic.
You about to be like, "Bye,
Yeah, I'm
bitch."
gonna say in Draconic. I'm gonna say, all right, we'll holler at you.
Yeah, so he like turns at you, he like laughs a couple of times. He's like, "What are you saying, you?" But he says it in Dragonborn.
I like this guy.
Just said there's something off about him.
I know. But I think he's just putting on. Okay, so I'm gonna slurp down my other bowl of soup.
Okay. Yeah, so as you guys are dining, you can feel below you the slight hum of the ship. And eventually your captain, Captain Simone, enters the dining room and, nods her head to you as she looks about the room.
I thought the captain was Lagrange.
Her name is Captain Simone Lagrange.
Oh. Captain, did you get some of this nice French onion goat eyeball soup?
No, I will be eating it in my quarters. You enjoy them.
Before you leave, how long does it usually take to get to Pacifica?
It's hard to say. Depends on if we get delayed in any way. If we can find our path appropriately, that would probably be a question for our navigator.
Oh my god. What is the...
If I were to estimate, maybe a week, 10 days.
What are we gonna do for a week and 10 days? A week and 10 days.
Fast travel.
Play solitaire.
I'm gonna ask her, do you have the Travis Scott McDonald's burger in your quarters? Is that why you're eating alone?
You are not supposed to know about that.
Just give me some fries and I won't tell.
Well, is there anything you need us to do around the ship until then?
Like fire the cannon at something?
That would be cool.
Most of my crew knows how to operate the cannons, but the purpose of you being here is for extra security for my assets that are below deck.
Yes, but currently we're not doing anything, so we can make our ways useful. Oh my gosh, we can make ourselves useful in other ways.
You don't know how to run a ship. You know.
Is there a how to run a ship 101 course?
Yes,
Do you have a manual?
I do not.
Oh,
You
Wait.
learn from experience on the ship.
that sounds fine.
I'm annoyed with everyone on this damn ship.
We could put our heads out the windows and start blowing and make it go faster.
Yeah, so she looks at Harold. Yes, his name is Harold. I almost said Howard for some reason. And she looks at him, who he's very clearly not wearing the orange sort of life vest, and she says, "You also have seen the orange life vests that were in your quarters."
Of course. I like hit mine a little. You hear its puffiness.
Yeah, and you see like Honora, she her eyes light up and she goes into her bag and pulls it out. It's all wrinkled, but she puts it on.
Oh, A+, princess.
And yeah, you see Harold, he kind of crosses his arms, he's like, "Oh, this shit." And Captain Simone looks at him and she says, "Did you find yours okay?" He's like, "It's back in the..." Wait, why did I go to...
Oh my god. You should just keep
The
going.
cook
and
comes
then
back in.
Yeah, he comes back in.
You left it in your room, honey. They're
He's
dating.
like, "I left it in their room. I'll go get it." And he gets up and storms past her.
He's just sad that it didn't go with his skin complexion.
And as he goes to pass her, and she holds her hand up, and she's like, "You can get to Tasker." And he
After what?
he kind of shakes his head and sits back down.
If he falls to his death, I will feel fully responsible.
These life vests are enchanted with one use of Featherfall. So if you are to find yourself falling off the ship, you just need to use the vest, and you will be safe until we pick you up.
You gently float down.
Yes.
This
Is that clear to everyone?
This is James' way of telling us somebody's gonna get fucked up.
Aye, Captain.
Is there there's no observation deck or outdoor
No, there is.
there is? Okay. Good
Yep.
to know.
I think you guys are directly beneath it.
I would like to play shuffleboard. Do you have shuffleboard?
There's no shuffleboard on the ship.
Y'all have dogs?
Dogs?
Dogs.
Dogs?
Dogs?
Dogs.
Darts.
You throw it.
Like she's scared of dogs. Dogs? Where?
And yeah, she shakes her head and she says, "I discourage most things like that, not on the ship, where any wrong turn or, turbulence, someone loses an eye."
Do you have-
Also, it's an airship, so we could pop it with a dart. So.
I thought she was still talking about dogs, and I was like, how would
No,
a dog cause someone
darts.
to lose their eye?
do you have anything fun to do on board?
Fun. We are paying you.
Yes, but no one's attacking currently.
It is not my duty to see to your entertainment.
Say no more. I pull out an amp.
Where did you get an amp?
She
It's
pulls
in
out
the
a
bag
what?
of holding.
An amp.
Oh, we could jam out with Honora.
She'll hook her clarinet up to the amp. Yeah, good.
Okay,
Um,
Captain. So what
Alright.
brings you to the mess hall with us right now?
Just to get stock of my guests that will be on the ship, and to explain to you that we are expecting to be attacked at some point.
Shit. Okay.
It's uncommon for ships like this to be attacked.
Does this happen often?
Yes, but with your help, we're hoping we are more than equipped to combat anything that is to come our way.
Why is Honora on this ship then?
Yeah, she's screwed.
Just wants to see her family.
With a big old hole in her head from a cannonball.
Yeah, so she like looks at Honora, and like Honora gives her like a "save me from these people" kind of like look, and Captain Simone looks at you all and she says, "Honora is a special case."
Oh, you must have personal connections with her.
We'll protect Honora. Don't you worry.
Don't worry, we're best friends now.
Your job is to protect the assets on your ship.
Oh, well, that too. That comes first.
So thank you for making us aware. We will split up into shifts. If that is okay with you.
Yeah, so
Our-
she nods like, yeah, that sounds agreeable.
All right,
Did you say so?
I'll take the first shift.
Okay, so maybe like, what time does dinner end?
It's probably 6:30ish right now.
Okay, so I guess double lock will take first shift. So like, what time does dinner end? Like 7?
Whenever you leave. Really.
How long is a shift?
There's 5 of us, so divide 24 hours by 5.
Well, six if you include Connor. 7 if
Oh,
you include
I forgot.
Harold.
I
Not
forgot
me.
Connor.
Do we want to
Cool.
split it up into 6 different shifts though? Because if we're gonna get attacked by like another ship, I'd like another person.
That's what I was
Oh,
wondering.
yeah, let's not split the party.
Definitely
I
did
will be
there.
with Double Lock. I feel like we have some crazy adventures
We have
together.
mystery, don't we, Hauser?
Yeah, we went to hell and back, man. Okay, I'm gonna be with Double Lock. I'll be in the first shift as well.
Dibs on tuna. I raise my hand and I'm like, dibs on tuna!
All right, Death Biscuit and I will take the next one then.
I guess
Yeah,
I'm by
so-
myself.
No, you could be with Harold.
You'll be
And
with
Connor.
Connor!
We with Connor.
Connor!
Oh yeah, you get
Who's
Connor.
Harold?
Harold is the gentleman in the bronze armor.
Casey almost spit out her drink everywhere.
Our close personal friend,
Well, you'll
Harold.
get Connor and Harold.
You'll get along great as long as you give him alcohol.
I
Mhm.
probably just won't talk to him.
I like how we put Althea with the 2 people she's least likely to talk to.
Right.
Anyway, I guess we'll just do 8-hour shifts. I feel like that makes the most sense.
8
Yeah, so-
hours?
We're just going through the night here, like maybe 3-hour shifts.
Some of us have to sleep.
Yeah, let's do 3 hours.
Oh, okay. Fine. That makes more sense.
Yeah, you backbreaker.
All right, so I guess
So
me
how
and
is it? Where
Tuna.
do you want to set up shop for the night? Dibs on the cannon.
I say
so-
we go hang out by the cannon, dude.
As you guys are already dividing each other into shifts and talking about going towards the cannons, Captain Simone raises her hand, indicating for you all to quiet down. I'm assuming you don't. So eventually she says, "If I could have your attention."
I do have one quick question about the cannons.
I know I'm not going to like this question, but go ahead.
So, approximately how heavy are the cannonballs?
So yeah, heavy to where It normally requires 2 of my crewmates to lift one and put it in the cannon.
So theoretically, they weigh more than 40 pounds.
Definitely more than 40 pounds, yes.
All right. That's all I
That's it,
needed
yep.
to know.
Let's say hypothetically that someone were to enter the cannon, and now let's say
It means it's already preloaded with just enough gunpowder to shoot me out of a cannon.
I do not think it would fit in the cannon. It is very narrow.
I'm a small guy. I can wild shape into something smaller.
My God.
A squirrel.
Now, if I may continue,
Yes.
Please.
we're going to be in monitored airways for the next couple of days. So we should not have any problems during this time. I will let you all know when we are out of safe area.
All right.
Okay. Thanks, Captain. Arg, Cap, arg, we arg, thank you.
Yeah, so as she gets ready to talk again, you hear a like high-pitched voice come from behind her. The engines are all ready, Captain. And you see like behind her a very short gnomish woman with these large goggles that the lenses look like maybe they're made of like large ovals almost, cut into lenses. You can't even see her eyes through them. And yeah, she's like covered in like soot, and she's got like a large sort of like smock on.
What a
And
dork.
what'd you say?
I said, what a dork.
And she says, the engines are all ready. And Captain Simone kind of like looks down at her and she says, that is all well and good, but shouldn't you be there? Well, I just thought I'd let you know. Now I know. So go back to the engine room and get us ready to depart. Okay. Yeah, she kind of like peers into the room at you guys. She says, hi.
Hi.
What do you say?
What'd you say?
Me? I
Did you
said,
say
what do you
so?
say?
What do I say?
Yeah.
I say, are you guys ready to go? And you see like Simone like puts her hand to her forehead.
Hell yeah, full steam ahead, brother. Choo choo.
Yeah, and you see she gets all excited. She's like, all right, you guys hang on tight. And she like runs out of the room.
I love her. I want to protect her at all costs.
That's who's driving. We're effed.
Is that's the navigator too, or is that just?
The engine.
Oh my god! I feel like she's probably capable.
Yeah, and as she darts out of the room, you see Captain Simone turn back to you guys, and she says, you are free to stay in the dining room as much as you like. Engage in conversation with your companions. You will have plenty of time to get acquainted with them. So let's make nice now. And she kind of like looks past you guys and she says, I would recommend you stay here for this departure. It is quite beautiful. And she like nods to you all, her long sort of like pointed beak, and like walks out of the room. Maybe like a minute later, you all feel like the ship lurch. The humming sort of intensifies. The glasses on the table begin to rattle. And behind you guys, which looked like a sort of just plain wall, it becomes transparent to where you guys can see out over the entire city of Taldora. You see the sprawling city with the summit at the top. It's grand, sort of Roman-style architecture, and the millions and millions of houses and dwellings below. You feel the ship move from under you, and the vibration is like rattles you in your bones. You can feel it in your teeth.
Up and down my legs.
And yeah, you see like Honora get all excited, and she runs over to the window, presses her hands on the glass, and looks down below. You can see the sun starting to dip below the clouds, sort of painting the sky in a array of orange and red and purple and indigo. And you guys look down at the sea as, for some of you, maybe this is the first time leaving the city. For others, it's been a long time regardless.
I'm going to put my hand over my heart, and a single tear goes down my cheek. And I say,
God bless America.
Yeah. I'm just going to say, like, makes a feller feel mighty small, don't it? Am I the only one feeling something right now?
I'm not really
Sorry.
thinking about like where we're leaving. Like I'm not really thinking about like departing the city. I'm like more concerned about where we're going, I guess, because I haven't been back. So I'm kind of like silently just thinking about like what this might be like with a little bit of like trepidation.
I've never left before, so
One more step and this will be the farthest I've ever been from home, Mr. Frodo. I'll say something like that.
are we still in the cafeteria thing?
The dining hall?
The dining hall?
Yes.
Okay, and are there like windows all around us or just on the side?
It's like a cruise ship. The entire wall turned transparent for you guys to see through.
I like grip the table because we're so high. I definitely feel uncomfortable at the thought.
Yeah, one of you sees the zap train as it moves impossibly fast, like a comet with a rainbow of colors trailing behind it.
As we see that, I'll be like, do you guys remember that time Tuna threw up? And then I'm gonna throw up.
Good.
I'm like holding her hair. The classic.
The classic like drunk girl over the toilet, but you gotta hold her hair up in a ponytail or some shit.
Yep.
Has Smartass ever seen a sight like this? Like, have you been on an airship before?
Oh, Mr. Rockefeller here.
I would say I probably had.
That's up to you.
I am hoity-toity. Yeah, this ain't nothing new.
I'm going to say, like, I don't know if this is the goat eyeball stew talking, but
Damn.
this is a sight to behold. And I'm going to feel a little worried because I've never been this far away from my baby boy.
You guys are also several thousands of feet in the air right
I throw up again.
now. What about Double Lock?
Yeah, I think because I was in the war with the Demon King, so I was there before, I guess, this area was built up. So I guess I overlook it and I just kind of recall, everything that happened, and I just see, almost as a mirror image, the city built up as it is now, as well as how it was during the war, before it was all modernized.
So
Yeah,
you
so-
look at Dad, he's like, I remember when this street used to go right through there.
Yep. Back when this was all orange groves,
Yeah, so as you start to get closer to the border of the city, you can actually see portions of the land where the war 100 years ago still scars the land.
Shoot.
just
I
kinda
don't know anything
out the
about
yard stare, just wondering it all.
With that, you guys are free to go about your business. The airship, it flies over land for some time, and it begins to get night. You guys can see the stars sort of twinkling in the sky. Not a common sight from being in the city for so long.
Smartass would probably like the stars.
Because you've never seen them. Because you're a...
No, I have seen them.
I've never seen them.
I'm a high elf. I frolic among the trees.
But you've been in the city for a while, so I just
That's
figured.
not where I'm from.
Do you miss that? Do you miss the stars? Because you're a city dweller now? Because I do.
I don't get too emotional about it.
Makes me think of lying in camp with the boys.
It looks like
No.
someone had an ink pen and just kind of poked holes through a dark sheet of paper, and there's a flashlight on the other end.
I'm pretty
I
sure
don't
it's
understand
good.
concept. I don't understand the concept
That's
of
exactly
stars.
what stars are, yeah.
Is this like the scene in the movies where, the group of people that have been together for a long time emotionally connect over the beautiful sky?
And usually there's a campfire.
Yeah. Where's the
So-
campfire, James?
I set the table on fire.
One of the deckhands like comes over and like stamps out the fire you built on deck. So, do you guys retire to your rooms?
Yes, I think Double Lock said he would take the first shift, right?
Yeah, me and Double Lock.
Yep.
Should we
And
go to the
Alright.
cannon?
not test the gunpowder ratio of the cannons.
Yes, we should check on that.
We
Now,
definitely should.
You other fellas, you get some shut eye now. You hear me and Double Lock. Make sure we's gonna stay safe. Good thing we took the
Just gonna go
first.
around and familiarize ourselves with the weapons of the vessel.
Yeah. Get a lay of the land.
Mhm.
All right, guys. I'll see you in 3 hours.
Yes, you will.
Have a great 3-hour nap.
So the ship has 3 cannons, one at the bow, and then one on the port and starboard side. They're not on top of the deck, but sort of like 2 are coming out of the ship and the other is coming out of the front. So you'd have to go below deck to operate them.
You want to go check it out?
Of course, I want to go check it out.
All right, we're gonna head below deck.
Yeah, you guys get below deck. You do see that there is a cannon. It is currently unattended. But you also notice that aside from a little lip on the side of where the cannon is, probably to keep like cannonballs from rolling off the side, there's nothing stopping you from falling off. The wind is like whipping all around you here. You guys can barely like hear each other.
Oh shoot!
So these vests that she was talking about earlier, do we all have one on, or are they on the rails, or where are they?
She told you guys to wear them at all times.
I
I
had
think
mine
they
on
were-
already. I remember putting mine on.
Yeah, I think they
Oh.
were on the bed.
If I
Right,
don't
they
mind,
were on our
I'm
beds.
definitely putting it on because I was asleep. I remember I was rudely awakened by Tuna and Death Biscuit trying to get me to help them sneak around. So I definitely, if I don't have it on, will find it and then put it on. And then I'd like to check out the cannons.
Yeah. So the cannon is there. It is not primed, I guess is the word, but there are like some cannonballs in a stack.
Okay, approximately how wide is the mouth to this cannon?
Probably about 8 inches wide.
Okay, so I need to wild shape into something smaller in order for me to fit.
Maybe 10 inches.
I could always turn into like a skank.
That's true. I'm gonna go try and pick up one of the cannonballs and see how heavy it is.
Make an athletics check. 16. Yeah. Pretty heavy. You feel yourself like losing your grip on it at times, but you're able to like hold it against your stomach. You bend down with both legs, pick it up, and immediately you feel like your arms like shaking from the weight of this thing.
Wow, good thing I picked it up right. You pushing with my legs, not my back.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like we should prime the cannons already. Because it might, if we do end up having to fight something, it might take us a little extra time to prime it before we could shoot it. So having them primed and ready to go may be beneficial later on.
Yes. I might know how to prime a cannon. He might know how to prime a cannon. We're veterans.
Could you fill it? I definitely am. I'm pretty sure you fill it with gunpowder in the back, and then you take the squeegee thing to clear out the barrel.
Yeah. Beep, 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 beep.
And then all you'd have
Pack
to
it
do
in there.
afterwards is throw in the cannon and light the fuse.
Yeah, let's load the cannon, dude.
Yeah, let's prime the cannon. Let's do all the steps except for lighting the fuse.
Yeah.
On all the cannons.
So the gunpowder's around there, right, James?
No, it's not.
Oh.
They don't leave the gunpowder just lying around.
Idiot.
That is a terrible defensive strategy. How
Let's
are
go
you
look
supposed to
for it.
fire it?
Let's go look for it then.
Yeah, let's go find the gunpowder and leave it next to the cannons.
We're just gonna load this one.
Just that one?
Yeah, we're gonna go.
All
Let's
right.
go back in there and try and find the gunpowder.
Sure, make an investigation check on the ship. See if you can find it.
Yeah.
16. Okay, you're able to find where they store the gunpowder. Yes.
So I don't even need to.
Is it locked?
No, but it's like it's in between like a bunch of like poles, and they're like it's stored in like wooden crates, and there's like a metal chain that's going across the poles to like keep the boxes from sliding around.
Okay.
Well, that makes sense because if they break, it's flammable.
Okay.
We should just take all the gunpowder and split it up in half, and take the chain to like secure it next to the cannons.
I say we just load it once, and then take the gunpowder back.
I mean, we can. I'm just trying to think. This is a terrible. If it's all the way away, tucked in a. What if they get attacked?
That's true.
Like they're gonna have to run back and forth just to defend themselves. That takes so much time. You could die in that time.
I think we're really gonna help
What
them
if
out.
it rains? Then the gunpowder will get wet.
Wet powder.
No, because it's below deck.
Yep.
But then you just put the cannons.
Yeah, but they're like below. They're like there's a deck above it, so like it's sticking out.
It could still blow in.
That's
We
why
also
we
are like above the clouds anyway. So.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna pick up a barrel and take it to the cannon.
Okay, you definitely cannot lift an entire barrel by yourself.
Okay, what about with
shape
double
into an ape and then like carry the barrels?
Donkey Kong?
What CR is an ape?
What CR is an ape?
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, I don't even know.
So
CR is 1/2 for an ape, so I can do it.
and it has a +5 to athletics.
It does.
So, yeah.
So I will wild shape into an ape and pick
Okay.
up a barrel or two and start hauling it over to the cannons.
You're gonna try and pick up 2 barrels as an ape.
I'm gonna start with one and then see how I feel.
Okay, make an athletics check.
All right. So it's a +5, so I'm just gonna add 5 to my D20 roll. That's
Okay,
a 23.
Yeah, so like Donkey Kong, you're able to pick up 1 barrel. But yeah, you like put it on your shoulder and you start like walking over.
All right, I'll just do it one at a time then. I'll look at
So-
Howitzer and be like, Howitzer, can you get something? Can you get something to secure it?
I
So
don't
the-
understand him because he's a monkey. No, I'm kidding. Yes, I'm gonna grab this chain.
So the barrels of like powder, they're not far away from the cannons. They're just not right next to the cannons.
Oh. Well, let's go ahead and load it.
Yeah.
They'll thank us later.
All right, we'll just do the 1 barrel.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to the cannon and load it.
All right, how much gunpowder are you putting in the cannon?
I would like to make a history check because I feel like I may have done this before and I want to know the correct ratio.
Yeah, go ahead and make a history check. See if you've ever loaded a cannon.
All right, let's see here.
You know,
I got
you've seen
9.
you've seen a war documentary or two. You're pretty sure you know how to load a cannon.
I don't know. I'm
All
gonna
right,
do
Howitzer, how
history
about you? Because you play with gunpowder all the time.
Yeah.
Howitzer, you have advantage.
Okay.
Okay, 17. You would know the proper proportions to add to the cannon.
Thank God,
without
we don't
it
have to blow up
Okay.
the ship.
I'm just gonna say, well, you got monkey brain right now, so I'm gonna put the portion out and put it in the cannon. How's that?
Yeah. It's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna I guess it has like a cork in it, and I'm gonna boop, 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 do it right, like the sequencing from Breaking Bad when they're cooking meth. What is it?
Sure.
And I'm
Yeah.
putting the powder in the cannon.
So you have the cannon loaded and full of the appropriate amount of gunpowder.
Nice.
Now, should we just do this one cannon, or should we do both?
Oh, we should do all of them. Now get that cannon ball and put it in there, monkey boy.
All right, I'd like to just pick up the cannonball with my one big ape fist and just throw it in there. Well, actually, first you have to use the thing to clean out the pipe.
Is that, or I thought that was to push the ball in there?
This is taking way too long.
It's to clean it out and to make sure the ball's all the way up against the gunpowder.
Okay, yeah,
Alright,
yeah.
So let's expedite this. You guys together are able to load all 3 of the cannons.
All right.
They're all 3 primed and loaded.
All right.
You
I'll
did it,
take
it's
the
done, we're
giant
done.
barrel of gunpowder, and whatever's left, I'll put it back where it is, and then I'll come back to my original self.
But can the head stay monkey?
No. All or nothing.
Or the arms so that he's taller with it?
Okay, so
Like SpongeBob with the inflatable arms just standing on my arms.
all right, you guys go through your watch. Nothing happens. You're still flying over what you would assume is land because it's gotten so dark you can't see. You do see in the distance what looks like a passenger or a cruise ship. As it passes by, it honks its or blows its horn at you guys.
I take aim.
Okay, yeah, good. But nothing untoward happens during your shift, nor anyone's shift.
Perfect.
I feel like we're about to get in trouble for loading these cannons.
We could just say a monkey did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. All right. So by the morning time,
By the dawn's early light.
you all find yourselves on deck. It's a bright, sunny day. You guys are above the cloud line, but Tuna, your nose, you can smell the hint of salt water in the air. And though you can't see the ocean, you know it's below you.
I'm gonna say, wow, something stinks.
Howitzer, I don't know if you're keen enough to notice the salt water.
And I'm gonna go, oh wait, it's just me.
Good.
My pets. Too busy loading cannons last night, so I got all sweaty.
Yeah, so what do you all do with your day? You're sort of, off to your own devices for the most part.
I think I'm gonna switch. I have my modification is waterproof. I might change that.
I'd probably just read a book.
Yeah, I'm gonna well that's advanced. So is waterproof. Okay, I'm gonna take waterproof out and I'm gonna put mana bullet in there. So my attacks with firearms count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity to non-magical attacks and damage.
Sounds good.
I think I'm going to go find Connor.
Okay.
Hey, Connor.
Yeah.
How did it feel to be stupid?
I actually don't remember.
What did it feel like? Like you don't remember anything?
I mean, I didn't really have, capacity for when that happens to your brain, you don't have long-term memory, short-term memory, or memory.
All right, Connor. Well, I think my eardrums started bleeding a little from talking to you, but it was nice talking to you.
Thanks. I guess.
I'm gonna hawk a loogie in the air and see how far away it flies because we're up in really high.
It's immediately taken by the wind.
Sweet. And then you hear
Uh,
I hear Connor go, ooh!
Can you pick a number 1 through 4 for me?
6.
No, one through
3.
4.
I know, 3.
Okay. It doesn't fly in your face.
All right. Now I just look cool. I'm a cool guy. No spit in my face.
So yeah, you hawk a loogie and it disappears into the wind. And yeah, it's a bright day.
I don't know that like because there's not much to do. I feel like I would just be like trying to get my bearings, like kind of literally just like wandering around so that I know where I am and I like can get to know the ship well enough to like be able to navigate it in an emergency.
That's a good idea. That's
Yeah.
better than bullying Connor.
Yeah, I think I'd do that as well. But also, I would like to scour the ship and see if I can find that chef and ask him for some Brussels sprouts because Sir Licksalot, those are his favorite. And he needs a couple of treats because he's a little nervous up in the air.
Okay.
Aw.
So we'll start with you, Maggie. As you're like sort of like going about the ship, I think you do find Honora as she's sort of like pacing anxiously like below deck.
Like a dork.
All right, so I go up to her and I'm just like, "Hey, what's up? How's it going? What you been up to?"
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
like
so
pestering her.
As you like go up to her, her eyes kind of like brighten, and yeah, she's like, "Oh, never been on an airship before."
It's pretty fun. We're really high up.
You
Yeah.
hear me throwing up somewhere like in a different hallway.
Some of us aren't taking it too well.
Oh, we're so high.
Good.
Does she have her clarinet with her, or she just
She
lays
does
out-
not.
Okay.
Not right now. But yeah, so she looks at you and she's like, "So I guess you're going back home, or is this?" I'm sorry, I didn't mean to assume you were from. I'm not from Pacifica.
I mean, there's not really like much of a home for me to go back to. But like in a sense, I'm going back.
What do you mean? There's no home,
They're all dead.
and you don't sound very bothered by that.
Yeah, it super sucks.
Yeah.
Tuna hides behind positivity. You hear me in the side hallway. You're always so positive. Ugh.
There's just like I don't really know that much, so there's nothing to say.
Yeah. So you see her like nod a couple of times, and then like nod again, and she like goes to like touch your arm, and she like looks at you, and she says, "Oh, at least you're okay."
Yeah.
Is Tuna gonna get a girlfriend?
I have a question though that I guess we like never really established, but
Sure.
is what happened to my specific town like well known enough that like other people from Pacifica would know that it happened?
It started as a small problem with your tribe,
Right.
and then grew. So it's pretty plausible that most people know about this issue, and in fact, the Kingdom of Taldor knows it's an issue, and that's why they're sending relief.
Right, but would they necessarily know that like when more specifically that like that town is like gone or like that there's nobody there anymore?
They might like people might not know of your specific town, but they might know of towns like yours.
Got it. Okay. That's good to know because I wasn't sure like we never established like how widely things kind of like word gets around, I guess. I'm gonna ask her like try to get more information out of her again because she seemed like a little bit hesitant. So how'd you get a ticket onto the ship? What brings you here?
Are you speaking to her in common, by the way?
I guess so. Yeah.
So you ask her like how she got on board, and she says, well, to be honest, actually took a lot of convincing. The captain really only wanted people who could defend the ship, and I can to some extent, though probably not as well as you guys. You guys all look super scary.
Oh, we're just a bunch of softies.
She thinks Connor looks super scary.
Except for that one redheaded guy.
Oh, you mean our paid intern, Connor? Our close personal friend, Connor?
He seems nice, yeah. His voice is annoying, though. Don't tell him I said that.
I'm totally telling him you said that.
Yeah, and she like laughs a little bit.
Who'd you have to convince?
The
Just the
captain, of
captain?
course. I mean, I had to pay, of course. Can't just ride for free unless you're, working. Which, like I said, I do have some abilities, but they're very minor.
Like what abilities do you have?
Well, I majored in music, and she says that like if that explains everything.
She's a bard.
Well, maybe one day you'll play the old clarinet for us. Give us a concert. I don't know if you know her, my good friend Death Biscuit. She loves to play music. You can play together.
You hear me in the hall. I do love to play music.
Why are you just in the same hall?
I'm in a different hall. I'm like down the hall.
Oh, okay.
But I can just hear.
Yeah, she says, "Okay, yeah, it sounds nice, I guess."
Well, if you need anything, you know where to find us. And I'm just like, all right, bye.
All right, and then, Will, you said you're off to see the cook.
I am off to see the cook. I do want to familiarize myself with the surrounding.
You find your way to the cook's quarters, where he's very intently on like cutting vegetables for tonight's stew. You start to get the sense that the only thing this guy knows how to make is stew.
Nothing wrong with a good stew.
But yeah, there's no like door. It's a very open kitchen. You can see like bags of food hanging from the ceiling, and it doesn't seem like there's any stove. He has a frying pan that he's like moving around, and then occasionally he'll lift up above his head and breathe fire on it.
Yeah, I'll just walk up and just kind of say, I don't mean to interrupt you, but you got any Brussels sprouts?
No interrupting. I think I got a cabbage or two in the back. And he like points over to like, just like a sack of various food. There's probably like rice and potatoes.
I guess that could work. But you got like any
just
cabbage,
like
but miniature, like about.
Well, that's what a cabbage is. It's like a Brussels sprout bigger.
Right, but it's not for me. It's for my skank here, and I just kind of like hold out Sir Lix-a-Lot, and I imagine he just kind of like looks at the chef and like bluffs out his tongue.
Yeah, and he like takes one of his talons and like scratches under Sir Lix-a-Lot's like, head.
That's the perfect spot, and his like back leg starts thumping like a little dog. See, I can have a cabbage all I'd like, but this little fella, he needs the miniature version. It's his favorite.
Well, I don't got miniature cabbages, only cabbage cabbages.
All right. Do you think I could maybe dice myself up like half a cabbage, and I could put in a little baggie for Sir Lix-a-Lot to snack on the trip?
Yeah, so he like grabs the orcish knife and like twirls it in his fingers, and then holds it out to you, handle first.
And then stabs you.
Yeah. I'll grab it, and I'll be like, oh, so this is the knife used for cooking.
Indeed.
It's a pretty good knife. And I like the sharpness just a little bit on the cabbage.
Cuts like butter.
I'm very impressed because all my knives I have are very dull, and I have to put a lot of effort into cutting like anything, including butter. I'm like, oh, no, that's a knife. And I'll dice myself up half a cabbage and put it in like a little baggie or something and start hand feeding Sir Lix-a-Lot.
What a good dad.
Is there anything else anyone would like to do?
Oh, I have one more thing I'd like to do. I would like to try and learn the exact specs on these cannons. Like, how far can they fire? Like, what's the distance we're working with here?
I want to say it's 120 feet for range.
Okay, so they can shoot 120 feet away.
Mhm.
Okay. I can work with that. Don't you think, Howitzer?
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
All right. That's all I'd like to do.
All right, so eventually you guys notice that the ship begins to decline in altitude. You guys dip below the clouds, and you guys see the vast, sprawling blue ocean below you. So if you didn't know you were above the ocean before, you do now.
Oh my god, we're above the ocean.
I thought I smelt something.
And in the distance, you guys can see what looks to be like a handful of like rocky spires in the distance.
Is that where your folks are from, Tuna?
No. They live under the water.
Just look like some good real estate.
The old
So,
rocks.
to put it in perspective, these rocks are like jutting out of the ocean, like spires. They almost get all the way up to the cloud line. They're so tall. As you guys get closer, you begin to put the pieces together as this looks like a mountain, though it is like split into multiple different pointier spires.
Is the captain near me? Because I want to ask about that. What the frick is that?
Would you want to make a history check to know about this?
Sure.
Maybe it's like the arch in like St. Louis or something.
With a 7, you don't know much about it. But as you guys are all sort of like looking into the distance, from behind you guys, Captain Simone appears. And she kind of nods to you all.
Captain, what are we looking at right now? What is that?
That is Talon Spire, or what is left of it.
What happened to it?
It was a great war.
Doesn't sound very great to me.
Great in this sense, meaning magnitude, not prestige.
Who did that? Did the Demon King do that?
This is the first city to fall to his destruction.
Well, I'll be damned.
It was a town of my peoples, the Aarakocran.
So you live on those spires?
Not anymore, not like that one.
Aw. I'm sorry.
She shrugs. It is history, as they would say. But it also serves as a sort of proving ground.
You guys fight on it?
Oh, no, not me. You guys will, though.
What?
What was that?
You didn't think I would just let you aboard my ship without testing your abilities.
You're going to waste time. Wait, am I even there?
You can be.
Where's this happening again?
On top deck.
Yeah, I'll wander around the corner after hearing it. I wander around the corner after throwing up on this side of the ship.
Good.
Wait, what do you mean? We're gonna fight? Wait, you're going to waste precious time delivering resources to a kingdom that needs it, all because you don't believe we can fight?
I would rather be confident in your abilities than gamble it.
I'd rather be confident in your abilities. Well, I'm not confident in your abilities. We need to deliver these resources as quick as possible to this kingdom. They are suffering.
It is out of the question. We're already here. And it is on the way. It's fine.
It's on the way. It's fine. Will your little engineer be able to make up lost time? What?
Yes, and she just shakes her head and scowls at you.
Let's get this over
I'm
with.
gonna cock my hand cannon and be like, what kind of creatures are we fighting?
So after the Great War and the destruction of this place, a myriad of powerful monsters makes that place their home.
Okay, monsters. I'll fight monsters. I didn't know if she was gonna like make us kick like random people's asses.
We will not be going too terribly deep into the spire, just on the outskirts with the smaller, lesser monsters.
Okay, sounds good. All right, let's do it, y'all. You guys want to do it? Well, I mean, we have to. So
Always down for a fight.
Is everyone here? I don't see Harold. Where is he?
Harold,
We're not responsible for him.
am I my Harold's keeper?
She shrugs. All right. Well, you all stay here, and we will be on course. We're on course for Town Spire now.
Ooh. I really want Harold to help us. I hope he didn't fall off.
Yeah. So there's like she like puts out an announcement over the speakers that says, "All party members, please gather on top deck for the, for the proving, I guess it would be called." And yeah, you see Harold looking a little groggy. Looks like he just had his like afternoon nap. Walks up onto the deck, followed by Honora.
Were they together?
No.
No. I didn't know
But,
if Honora was like fixing her hair when they came around the corner.
Yeah, so he walks up to you, Howitzer, and he's like, "What is the meaning of this proving? What the hell does that mean?"
You know,
She thinks you're weak.
yeah, I guess what she said. Yeah, I'm not really sure, but can't be that bad.
We all
I
get
don't
our
think it's
asses
good.
kicked.
But I don't know, man. There's not. I mean, we can't really argue with it right now. But just letting you know, I got your back, bro. Because I trust you, and I want you to be with us, bro.
Honora sort of like lingers behind, looking at like the group of you, and she like looks into the distance at the wrecked mountain.
She's not gonna fight, is she, Captain? We're not gonna make her do that, right?
So yeah, Captain Simone rejoins you back all on deck, and yeah, she looks at you and she says, "I actually think it would be preferable if she stayed behind." And yeah, immediately Honora like turns around. She's like, "What? No, I'll go."
Should we let her go? I'm scared.
She has to prove herself just like we have to prove herself.
Or we're gonna end up defending her the whole time.
Yeah,
she's
she
not
might be
really
a
here
slippy situation.
for
I-
combat. She's just here to like go back and see her family.
I promise I won't get in the way. And
Can I hold her on my back?
She's definitely small enough for you to, yeah.
Hop on, baby girl.
That's okay.
All right. But when things get hairy, I'm picking you up and putting you on my back, okay?
I guess.
How tall
All
is
right.
she?
She's 5'2". Yeah. So two of the deckhands start unhitching the two of the skiffs. They can fit about 5 people comfortably. Captain Simone starts like pointing at people. Let's see who she chooses.
Are all the crew people like,
No.
oh,
So she points at Harold and she says, "Harold, Howitzer, Desk Biscuit, and Smartass, you'll be on one skiff.
all right, skiff to Maloo, darling.
Well, we don't have Connor.
Double Lock, Tuna, Honora, and I don't remember your name. It's Connor. Connor, that's my name. Right, Connor, yes. You four will be in the other skiff. So you guys all board these skiffs. You feel like them start to hum to life as they detach from the main ship. and start toward the ruined mountain spire.
Skip to my left.
I don't know. I guess I just look at each other and we're like, let's stick together. We got this, babies.
Let's do this as quick as possible so that we can deliver the supplies to people that need it.
Yes, whatever it takes for the people of Pacifia and getting our money.
So, yeah, the skips are flying approximately 80 feet apart. And you guys can see like the smaller spires pieces start to come into view.
Can I see any monsters creeping and crawling around?
Make a perception check.
Oh, ho, ho, Shantae.
Okay, it's really like cloudy and foggy, and the clouds are sort of obscuring a lot of the spires, so you don't really see any movement.
Dang, I don't see nothing.
So as you guys are getting closer, you hear like this sort of animalistic sound. It sounds like a cross between like a horse neighing and like a bird screeching.
Who's good with animals? Who would recognize that?
And it sort of like
I am.
echoes. The sound sort of echoes among the clouds and the mist.
I shudder because it sounds gross.
Could I blow my signal whistle and try and like summon one of them?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So you
I.
blow your whistle.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. There's no immediate response. And as you like pass by a couple of the spires, you see these terrible looking. They're definitely not regular animals. They have like the heads of like deer with these large sort of protruding antlers extending off. Their bodies have like these large wings and then these, backwards bending legs with razor sharp talons at the end. And they start approaching.
Good Lord.
I wonder how it feels to be so ugly that it's hard to look at yourself.
So they're like flying at us?
Yeah.
Could I like try and calm them if they're coming towards us to like speak with one of them? Because I have pretty good animal handling.
You can try after we roll initiative.
Okay.
So let me guys move you guys over to the map.
driving the skiff thinking. Like, is he like cool with this?
As you look at him, you actually realize that the crew member is a Warforge. And you might know that Warforge follow commands regardless of, their well-being. Can everyone see the map?
Yes.
So if you guys would like to select your tokens.
Roll initiative.
I got a 3. I got a crit fail. Are you kidding me?
That'll do.
I got a 15.
I got an 8.
Harold got an 11.
My boy. So they're flying at us. Oh shit. Can I tell the Warforged guy to be like, look out? I don't know.
You tell him to look out?
Yeah, I'll say that.
Okay, good. It's first Honora's turn. So she's just going to scream because there's monsters.
Are you kidding me? I thought maybe she would actually be useful.
And she's going to run behind Tuna, and she's going to look at this one. Yeah, so there's one that's flying on the left side of the skiff. Connor looks at it. He's like, "Oh God, what is that?" And she's going to shout at it to go away.
Vicious monkey.
No, not vicious monkey. Vicious mockery. She does have her clarinet on her, by the way, and it is out and assembled.
Could you try playing something a little better?
Quiet, better. Her vicious mockery does not work, unfortunately.
Shoot.
That brings it to the Periton's turn. So yeah, these things start flapping their wings at you, and there's feathers and saliva from the beast like dripping everywhere. These things are dreadful to look at. On Tuna, this one's gonna get 2 attacks on you. The gore and the talons. So it tries to ram you with its horns, but you dodge out of the way, Tuna. And then its talons like rake across one of your arm and deals you 8 damage.
Ah!
And then it flies away. Same on you, Double Lock. This monstrosity flies at you and tries to gore you with its long horns. Gets a 19.
Yeah, that'll hit just barely.
And deals you 7. And then the talons get a 17.
That does not hit.
And then it flies away too. And then the last one is going to attack Connor. So.
I don't think Connor's ever been in a fight with us, has he?
Nope, he's never.
Oh my god.
His AC is 12.
Jeez.
Because he's a freaking wizard.
The 12 hits and deals him 9 damage.
It's gonna ruin his nice turtleneck.
He's gonna use a spell. Yeah, so he like throws up his arm and this barrier of magical force comes into existence. And he's like, "Get away! Oh God, please!" And it's like raking its antlers against the shield, but to no avail. And then it flies away as well. This one flies directly at you. What's your face? Death Biscuit.
Oh.
And it's going to attack you. So an 11 misses.
Yes.
Yeah, so it rakes its antlers against your loot as you like hold it up to block it.
My guitar!
And then it tries to scrape you with its talons.
So I guess I'm too distracted by the antlers that it just swings around and whacks me with its talons.
Okay, and it deals you 8 piercing damage.
Jesus Christ.
And then Smartass, same thing, tries to gore and talon you. Gets a 13 and a 14. Both of those miss you.
Mm-hmm.
And then it flies away.
Dumbass birds.
The last one is going to try and attack Harold. Ooh, a crit on the talons. So this one bites into him hard with its claws and digs into his shoulder. He screams out in pain, but then you see like a smile come across his face as he like bats his shield at it as it flies away.
He's in the pain.
Yeah.
Maybe he is daddy.
No. Angelina, that's your turn.
How many birds are surrounding us right now? There's none.
3 sort of harrying your boat, and then 3 harrying the other boat.
I'm going to use one of my bardic inspirations.
Okay.
I'm going to give it to Howitzer. I'm gonna sing "I Need a Hero."
Good.
I need a hero, and I'm gonna like strum a chord or whatever on my guitar, and I'll give him bardic inspiration.
There is a metallic part surrounding the boats. They're not intended for you to stand on.
But
It's like a car hood or something like that. So you can stand on it. It's just precarious.
All right, I'm gonna do just vicious mockery on the bird closest to me. I'll probably just look at it and be like, "Only a mama could love your face because you're ugly."
Okay, your words sting as it like shakes its head.
You see a slight tear shed.
Yes.
And it takes-
You've wounded this thing.
It takes 3 psychic damage.
All right, Hauser, that's you.
Okay, well, can I tell the Warforged to go faster?
You could move the ships.
Okay, cool. I feel like I should go over with them and help them. Because they have way more birds, I feel like. Okay, at first, I guess I'm going to shoot at this birdie. I'm going to use my hand cannon, and I get an extra attack Can I choose to use my extra attack after I attack once? Because I don't...
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So I'm going to shoot it at first. Here we go.
That hits.
Woohoo!
So yeah, you blast this thing. Smoke billows from the end of your nozzle as your musket ball size ammunition strikes this thing, and it hits it hard. You can see that it very much damages. And what does your gun look like now that it does magical damage?
I'd say like right before it shoots, there's like a little lightning fizz, but then like as it's settling, there's like snow flakes that kind of like come down from the nozzle or something.
Why not sparkles?
Because
Does it like charge up?
yeah, like right before it, you can hear like the lightning go around. Like, whoop. All right, I'm gonna shoot it again. I got another one in the chamber.
19 hits as well.
Boom.
Another 13 damage. All right, this thing is looking hurt.
That's all I got, folks. Harold, give it to him.
Harold is going to cast Spirit Guardians. So you see him pound his mace against his shield and utter something in a language you don't understand. Spirits like spring forth from him. They're all in the shape of like weapons. So there's like some swords, some hammers. Some of them are like arrows that are like bending and flitting around. And he like looks at it and he's like, "Come at me now, you wee beasties."
And I'm gonna look at Harold and be like, I knew there was something I liked about you.
Tuna, that's your turn.
Okay, I want to cast Hunter's Mark, and then I want to make a longbow attack.
All right, so which one are you casting on? There's like 3 surrounding the boat you're on.
Yeah, so I was thinking the one that's like directly, well, from my perspective on the map, to the right and like above. So the one that's like closest to the boat. Yes.
You loose the arrow at him. However, he nimbly moves out of the way, your arrow plummeting into the water below.
Oh, dang it.
Don't you have multi-attack now as a ranger?
I don't remember.
Yeah, so at 5th level, you get an extra attack, just like Howitzer.
Okay, I'm gonna then make another.
Crit fail, you get a 9.
No!
Again, the arrow like sails off into the water, finding no purchase. Smartass, that's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna firebolt they ass.
Which one?
The one that Howitzer shot is looking very beat up.
Okay, I'll shoot him.
All right.
Ooh.
With a 9, it misses. So you launch your firebolt into the sky. It leaves like a smoke ring as it leaves your fingers.
I'll give advantage to someone too.
Okay. Who do you want to give advantage to?
Double lock's up next.
Okay, I'll give it to Double Lock. I'll tell him to.
Can she still do that even though he's like 80 feet away?
She can only do it for a creature within 30 feet of her.
Okay, so give it to who's next up? It would be give it to Death Biscuit because she's gonna be up next on our skiff.
Okay, I'll give it to Death Biscuit and I'll say, get him right in the nibs.
Good. All right, Double Lock, it's your turn.
Not my nibs.
I will use Ice Knife. I'm gonna throw it to the guy west of me.
17 hits.
He needs to make a Dex saving throw, or else he takes 8 piercing damage, but 5 cold if he fails the Dex. He did, because
So he takes full damage.
So he takes 13 damage.
All right, nice. Yeah, you chuck this ice knife at him and it explodes. There's like a shriek as like ice covers his wings. That brings it to Honora's turn.
Don't fuck this up.
I guess she'll just do another vicious mockery at one of these guys. All right, it needs to make a wisdom save, which it fails this time. So yeah, she points at it and she says, "You're not so scary. Go away!
Tell him, Honora.
And it seems hurt by her words. It's the Periton's turn, so these three all fly in, and they're going to get some attacks in on you guys. 2 attacks for each of you. So, Tuna, this one, like, its horns or antlers dig into you as they, like, pierce into your shoulder.
Oh,
Double lock. Does an 18 hit?
18 is my AC, so that will hit.
Yeah, so it's just like scrambling. You can see like how hungry its eyes are. It's like got these blood shot eyes, and it's just trying to find purchase. Its talons like break across your arm and deal you another 9.
Okay.
I completely forgot about Connor. He didn't get a turn. I'm just gonna have Connor retroactively cast a firebolt at one of them. He misses, so it doesn't matter.
You suck, Connor!
Shut up! I'm doing my best.
He is doing his best.
But it's also going to attack him, so the 17 hits him, but the 9 doesn't. So Connor takes 6 damage. Ah, guys, I'm hurt real bad.
Connor!
How's his turtleneck looking?
It's all scuffed up.
Oh,
Yeah,
poor
I know.
baby.
Yeah, so the ones that were harrying you guys immediately take off and vanish. Or they don't vanish, but they fly away. These 3 come back. This one needs to make a saving throw against Spirit Guardians. It fails. So this Periton, as soon as it enters the aura of this cleric, it just crumbles into ash and dust and dies. No trace of it at all. The other 2 also need to make wisdom saving throws for entering the radius. One passes, the other fails. So the one on the bottom will take 13, and the other one will take half. And then Howitzer, this one's going to attack you twice. So a gore attack, and then a talon attack. I think both of those miss you, an 11 and a 14. And then the Periton is also going to attack Harold. So a gore, and both of those miss too. And they fly 30 feet away. All right, Angelina, that's your turn. Yeah, so you're standing as all of these like weapons are surrounding you. You saw like several of the weapons cleave into the birds or whatever they are.
Alright, well, I'll use Hideous Laughter, so they'll have to make wisdom saving throws or fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration.
Okay, which one are you casting it on?
Just the one closest to me.
It does fall. So you guys are about 100 feet up.
I probably yell like, "Hey, bird! Why didn't the skeleton ask out his crush? It didn't have any guts!"
So yeah, you see it like shudders like for a second, and you see it just like make this awful sound as it like its wings like completely stop flapping, and it just plummets into the water, hitting the water like concrete, and it dies,
Boom.
Bye-bye, birdie.
taking 36 damage as it goes.
Bye-bye, birdie.
Yeah, that
Well,
one's dead.
I was not expecting that to work.
Howitzer, that brings it back to you. Oh, did you want to give someone Bardic?
I'll give Althea Bardic Inspiration. So, just a D8 towards a saving throw or an attack roll or anything.
All right, Howitzer, it's your turn.
Well, first I gotta reload, so that's gonna be my first action.
Well, that's one attack.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna reload. Okay, and then I'm gonna shoot at this and I'm going
The one that's huntered mark.
Yes.
16 hits, no problem. And you deal 15 damage to it. Nice.
He dead?
No. All right. It's Harold's turn. He'll do a guiding bolt at one. So you see him conjure in his from his mace. You see a blinding light as it streaks, searing the air around it. Though with 2 natural ones, he misses very badly. And that brings it to Connor's turn. He'll cast Mage Armor on himself. which you probably should have had on to begin with. I forgot to cast this spell. Would have helped me a lot, actually.
Ask Connor.
WWCD. What would Connor do?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tuna, that's you.
I'm gonna do another longbow attack on the same one, the one with the hunter's mark. Better be a
14
better
hits.
roll. Oh, thank God.
6 damage.
Yeah. And then I guess I'll make another attack on the same one.
Okay.
Haha, sucker.
Ooh, a crit.
Woohoo!
Wow. I'm really faring a lot better than I did last time. Boom.
So that's total 17 damage.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so 2 arrows bite into this thing. You notice, though, that there's something about it where your mundane arrows don't seem to damage it as much as you'd expect. But it still hurts.
It hurts.
That brings it to you, smartass.
I'll try to thunderbolt again.
Fireball?
Firebolt.
Not thunderbolt. In the middle of the water. Or sky, whatever that is.
We're in the sky, yes.
I don't know if we're looking.
The
down.
firebolt, yes, yes.
A 12 misses.
Oh!
So another poof of, smoke ring firebolt leaps from your fingers, but just sails through the sky and then splashes in the water below.
Just.
I'm gonna make a fool out of myself.
Yeah, you're embarrassed. I don't know if they're gonna keep you on the ship after this. You were embarrassing us. You might have to swap the poop deck. You would like to inspire double. Well, he's too far away. Inspire Death Biscuit and
Yeah,
say.
inspired death biscuit again.
Well, you don't inspire, you help.
Oh yeah.
Oh, why are you saying inspired?
Sorry,
There's
you.
advantage
Yes. What do you say to her?
too. Go for the gold.
Good.
That's a big old 10-point buck.
All right, double lock. That's you.
All right, so I'm gonna call lightning upon this one right here to the north of me. It would need to make a dexterity saving throw of 13, or else take 23 lightning damage. If it succeeds, it takes half damage.
It takes the full brunt.
And so I can kind of summon a storm cloud, and then a lightning bolt just shoots out directly at it. But the storm cloud stays around because I can actually use that next time as long as I don't lose concentration.
Nice. Your lightning bolt strikes it from the sky. It hurtles into the water below, dead.
Woohoo!
Cool.
That's Anora's turn, so she's going to do another vicious mockery on the one south of her. Needs to make a wisdom check. And this time it succeeds. So she tells it to go away. This time it's not listening. So one flies at you, double lock, and the other one flies at you, Tuna. 2 attacks on you, Tuna. One of them crits. So yeah, its antlers stick into you deep.
Shit!
Dealing you 12 damage.
I'm really fucked up right now. Oh my god.
It gets 2 nat 1s against you, double lock, so it's just like desperately attacking you.
I think I'd like to laugh at it just a little bit. I'm like, huh.
I mean, that's fair.
While Tuna beside you, just like.
I'm literally at 8 HP.
Then this one flies in like an idiot into the Spirit Guardians.
What a dumbass.
It fails its wisdom save. 12 radiant damage from the Spirit Guardian. And then it's going to attack you, Howitzer. It gets a 23 and an 18.
Fuck.
So the first one deals you a measly 4 damage, and then another 7 damage from its talons. So total 11.
Okay. That's not as bad as I thought.
That brings it to Death Biscuit. Your turn.
Okay, well, I'll flip my guitar around and unsheath the sword.
Mm-hmm.
And I will just try to deal two-handed. I will hold the longsword with both my hands.
Whack
and
it,
just
whack it.
take a whack at it.
Good.
I'll step forward and do that.
All right. An 8
An 8.
misses.
Fuck me up. I guess I'm like, I'm gonna wait. I also had help or whatever, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So I guess
You
like
hit it.
I noticed that like I'm going to miss, so I kind of
Go for the
reconfigure.
gold.
I go for the gold, and I just take a deep breath and just swing again, and I get a 22, and I hit
All right, how much damage do you deal?
1.
Oh no,
I deal 1 damage.
except you don't.
What are you kidding me?
So your sword just glides right off of its body, having no effect, even though you hit it.
I throw up.
Good. Howitzer?
First things first, I'm gonna shoot that peck ahead that just taloned me. I'm gonna point it at point blank because it's like right there and say, "Smile, you son of a."
13 is just enough to hit it, so good on you. Only 7 bludgeoning damage. You rolled 3 1s on 3d6.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That unfortunately is not enough to kill it.
I would
But-
like to swing at it with my hand axe since it's right there.
Oh yeah, that hits. All right, so you cut it down mid-flight. It hits the side of the skip, and then like slides off. You hear like the fresh sort of like waxed metal as this thing like skids across it, and it plummets into the water below, dead.
I like to picture after I miss, or not miss, I hit, but it doesn't do anything, and then I throw up the Howitzer's just like, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
I look at Death Biscuit and I just say, like, "You loosened it up for me. Thanks."
Thanks for making me feel better.
Yep.
Connor's gonna try and firebolt this one. He misses. So yeah, he just like,
Damn.
oh, get away! That brings it to you, Tuna.
I'm gonna make another attack, longbow attack on that guy. That's oh shit, he might be too close.
No, he's not.
All right, let's try that.
You can make a longbow attack against anyone that as long as they're within your range. It definitely hits. You get an 18. So roll your damage. So 7.
Yes.
It's very badly hurt, but your arrows are doing glancing blows on this thing.
Ah.
Smartass, that's your turn.
Maisie. It's your turn. You want a firebolt? Well, I don't know if you can, honey. Well,
This
actually,
one's in range.
yeah, you can do that.
All right. 17 hits.
Woohoo! Maisie, you hit it. 13 damage.
That definitely kills it.
You killed it.
Orion, it's your turn.
Okay, so it looks like all of them except for the one on board with us or above board with us is dead. So I'm going to use my Call Lightning on it because it's still sticking around and try and zap it out of the sky.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Well, now that you say that, I'm not. You said earlier that they looked like they were starving, right?
Yes, but I'm more concerned about the parameters of your spell.
Everyone within 5 feet of it would have to make a dex saving throw.
Right.
How healthy is everyone looking?
Not healthy at all, and I just realized that I forgot to heal myself on my last.
I'm all right.
Well, I have Smartass and Death Biscuit below me, it looks like. Or is that Tuna? I can't tell. I have
That's Tuna. I'm on a different platform.
It me.
Who's the other one? Oh, that's Connor.
You're good.
Unless somebody wants to like heal me real quick.
Oh, I haven't gotten hit at all.
I mean, I could heal you.
Would that be like your whole action though?
Yeah.
Honora is also in the way.
Rip.
Well, I don't know if that would really matter because I could control where the lightning would strike. But, I mean, anyone within 5 feet of the target would have to make that saving throw. I guess I'll in that case, I'll throw an ice knife at it.
They would also need to make dexterity saves because they're all within
Crap,
5
you're
feet
right.
of it. You could technically strike right here, but that would hit the skiff, and you risk damaging it.
We're damaging the ship.
Should we just risk it for the biscuit?
I mean, it's a lightning bolt.
You know, I'll risk it for the biscuit. If the skip is damaged, we have another one. It's fully functional.
Okay.
So I'm gonna call lightning and have it explode off the ship, but within 5 feet of this creature.
All right. Yeah. Sure.
And we'll see how this goes. So they'll need to make a dex saving throw at the first level.
It fails. So roll your lightning damage.
12.
12.
That's not that good. I got a 1 and a 2 and a 9.
All right. Could you will also roll something for me? Just roll a d20. That is, you got a 4.
Mm-hmm.
So you strike the skiff, and you feel it lurch. Its left thruster stops working.
Crap. Sorry, guys.
Oops.
And you feel the skiff start to list.
Start to what?
List, like it starts tilting.
Uh-oh. Hope everyone can swim.
Well, we have those vests on. We can float.
We'll come get you.
So it's Anora's turn. She feels like the thing like start to give. She like squeaks slightly, and then the next thing you know, Howitzer,
Yeah.
there's a popping sound, and she's right next to you.
Whoa. She can poop.
What the fuck?
What?
She can pop. That's what I meant to say.
Did she just teleport?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she can technically actually take someone with her. So, Tuna, she grabs your wrist. Do you hesitate?
Nope.
Okay, she poofs you over there too.
Whoa, what does it feel like?
As you're like teleporting between these spaces, you see like flashes of color, much like you saw in that observation chamber.
Oh, interesting.
It's the Periton's turn. It's gonna get the hell out of Dodge as this thing like starts to go down. So it basically just flies away. Angelina Valentina, that's your turn. What do? You see like the skiff like smoking.
I just look across and I'm like, well, that's not good.
Double up. You had to roll higher than a 5 for it not to happen.
How quick is the ship going down?
So what will probably happen is, since the left one isn't working and the right one is the one working, it'll probably veer off.
And they'll just fall off and probably die.
I mean, they're 100 feet above the water.
Is it a really stupid thing of me to like, I was gonna hand my like 60-foot of rope to someone,
Mm-hmm.
and then they like shoot their arrow or something, and then they could like bloop down.
Mm-hmm.
But
Hey, why don't you tell the Warforged to start driving towards it?
can this thing not move? I'm gonna say that to the
Wait.
Warforged dude.
Yeah, it can move.
I'm gonna be like, move it closer, they're gonna die.
So the skiffs will both move at the same time. Howitzer, is there anything you want to do?
Was that my action?
I do have a grappling hook, don't I?
You do.
I don't think I could throw it that far, could I?
Oh, I'm sorry. Kiss, do you want to do something with your action?
I will also throw my rope at Howitzer and be like, just in case your grappling hook isn't long enough.
Okay. I'm gonna go tie it. And then I'm gonna do a little thing. And then I'm gonna yeet it.
You're gonna yeet it at the boat?
Yep. Or the skiff. Okay, so I guess I roll athletics for that, right?
You sure do.
Okay.
Woohoo! You toss the grappling hook, it instantly finds purchase on the boat. And I'm gonna say with a 26, you even are able to hold on to the rope. But as you do, your feet slide out, like slide under you, and you feel like yourself pinned against or being pulled against the side of your skiff.
Yeah.
And your skiff starts to list.
I'm gonna holler down there and be like, "You guys better start climbing, please, because this hurts."
Harold is just gonna shout, "Jump overboard! We'll come get you!" Connor goes to the edge, and he's gonna hold his action for you, or he's gonna like hold his hand out to you, Double Lock. He's like, "We gotta go, man! This thing's going down." Connor goes up to the edge of the ship, and he's like, "We gotta go, man! It's going down." He like holds his hand out to you, like he's scared to jump.
I'll grab it.
Both of you jump off of the skiff. You're able to hold it in place long enough, Howitzer, to where they can like jump off and safely descend. So both of your like safety vests activate, and you like they billow slightly as you descend to the water, safe and sound.
I feel really bad they just destroyed part of the ship.
That's gonna be an awkward.
The Warforge is still on the skiff though. It just like.
Can I command the Warforge to climb on the rope?
I don't think there. Yeah, I think you could probably.
Yeah, grab the rope.
All right, so yeah, it like goes over to the rope. You see its arm turns into a blade. It grabs the rope and then cuts the rope, so it's hanging on to it. You lose your grappling hook as the skiff plows into one of the rocky spires in a fiery explosion. And yeah, he's dangling below now.
I'm gonna start pulling him up.
Double Lock and Connor, you both are just like bobbing in the water as your vests expanded and inflated. And yeah, he's just kind of like looking at you like, well, there were monsters, right? You can just say that,
that we got them. Yes, we did.
Yeah. And as he's saying that, you hear this awful draconic screech billow from a nearby spire. And I guess that's where we're gonna stop.
Wait.
Oh shoot.
Dun dun dun.
A draconic screech. Are we about to fight a dragon?
I don't know.
Maybe it's my uncle.
It's the chef.
Yeah.
Is that Uncle Timmy? I heard he makes a mean jambalaya.
Yeah,
So
Bob's
let's-
uncle.
I can't believe I destroyed the skiff, guys. I had to roll one higher and it would be fine.
I didn't think it would happen either.
Man, I can't even imagine what would have
Oh,
happened if
look.
I shot myself out of a cannon. So Seth, if we fight a dragon, I need to be shot onto the dragon from a cannon. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Well, you
We've
guys are
already-
in the water. You guys are in the water right now.
For now. We've already cleared all obstacles. The cannons are ready. They can hold my weight. We know the range. We got this.
Thought this through.
Well, the thing is, you guys aren't on the big ship right now. You guys are like several hundreds of feet away from it.
But what if
Yeah,
we
no
get
dragon
into
or
the
no
ship?
cannon.
But if there's a dragon, we should go back to the main ship with the cannons.
That's if you can get to the ship before the dragon comes.
So there is a dragon. All right, confirmed. Everybody
I
heard.
never said that there was definitively a dragon.
Mhm.
But good session, everyone.
Good session.
Hooray!
Thanks for listening to another episode of Radio D&D. Make sure to join us next time, and make sure to check out Ben, who created our podcast cover art at Drawforth Arts on Instagram.
I also want to do a few shoutouts. First up is actually Maisie. She makes clay earrings and she also does commissions. She's currently working on a pair of D20 earrings for me, which I'm super excited about. You can find her shop, Ornatus Designs, on Instagram and on Etsy. And our friend Morgan has started her own dice business. She made me a set of dice that perfectly embody the attitude of Angelina Valentina. You can find her shop, Death's Head Dice, on Instagram. Thank you all so much for listening, and make sure to follow us at Radio DD Pod on Instagram to catch sneak peeks of episodes and other things related to our podcast.